drop business card?
Yeah,
drop the card.
right
Yeah.
here.
So
Yeah.
I
Just
should
write,
write that.
just say drop your business card ourselves. Because,
Yeah, just we have a couple here. Yeah.
yeah, because people already register online, so we don't need them to do this.
So drop
This
your
is
business.
only if they want to, if they're not on the
Oh, I
list.
see.
Oh, if they don't have a business card or if they don't have
Just
something
extra,
to do.
extra.
So should I make myself?
And then a burgundy.
Yeah, I know mine. I don't have a red sign. Yeah, Chulu. Yeah.
Barbara just retired.
From an idea to something that is truly changing people's lives. For us at Tufts, we've been honored to be a part of and a partner of the efforts and the successes that you have all had this year. It's been so successful that we have just seen new projects and new programs, new people become involved in the whole problem of improving the health of the Asian population. For us at Tufts, we've just had an extraordinary month. Yesterday, for example, we had about 1,000 members of our hospital and friends gather at the Boston Convention Center to honor many people, none more important than Uncle Frank Chin, who has been a friend of this hospital for many years in hoping to improve the health of the population. I can't tell you how many people were really thrilled to see him give a speech last night talking about the needs of the community. He was honored by no less a man than the former mayor, Tom Menino, whose words were just so gracious. Earlier today, I was meeting with the dean and several of the people who lead the medical center, one who is a member of the board of trustees, Olivia Chang, talking about a global initiative between our center and centers in mainland China and Taiwan. And just 2 weeks ago, 5 of us spent 2 weeks on a journey through China, starting in Shanghai, Nanjing, Suzhou, and then traveling for a week to Taipei, Taiwan, to meet just extraordinary people at hospitals and medical schools, the Minister of Health of Taiwan, members of Academica Sinica, and the National Institutes of Health, all trying to deal with the problem of health and cancer in the Asian community. The explosion and the problems of breast cancer that are going to be seen in China and Taiwan will need solutions that we and others are beginning to think about here. And the only way to solve this problem is to do what you have already discovered, which is to bring people together, to discuss the problems, to begin to think about the problems in a global sense, and to talk at every level, basic communication, modern medicine, research, and that's going to need to have broad advocacy and people brought together to do that. We went, for example, on one of our most exciting days to several departments of traditional Chinese medicine, which are now integrated into some of the most modern hospitals in China, and to ask the question of how these departments can work side by side to help patients relieve the symptoms they're having and also to help treat the cancer more effectively. You would have been extremely excited to see some of the most modern scientific studies, molecular gels, proteins, things that you study in the laboratory being applied to the use of TCM, Chinese herbal medicine, to see whether or not the effects are beneficial or in some cases harmful. We hope at the hospital here in the next 2 or 3 years to see us join these two cultures of medicine to help improve our access to our patients. We've hired several navigators in the hospital to help with improving access to the basic healthcare needs of our patients. So it's been just a great deal of excitement, and to see your organization do equally great things, to be honored this year by the 100 and Mass General and others. This is a big deal. So congratulations. Thank you for letting us be a host. And I want to introduce Chi, who needs no introduction. Thank you.
Tonight is the night that we appreciate you all because just like Jack said, without you, we couldn't be where we are tonight. And first I wanted to give a big shout out to the staff at Tufts, Susan, Lila, and Shelly. Thank you so much for making this event possible and for the food and setup and all that. We really appreciate it. And this is the 3rd year that we are doing this event at Tufts, and we appreciate your continued support in being our partner to continue support us to advance the health and wellness of Asian women. So I feel really proud and honored to stand before you today because today, together, we have accomplished so much in such short period of time, and it needs to be recognized. Later on, you will see a video that captures our milestone in 2013. But I want to share with you a short story first. Before we formed the non-profit organization, I went to see Didi Cat-Over, who is a consultant specializing in organization and board development. And I told her, we need help. She grilled me for an hour on why there's a need for such organization, how we are different, what kind of impact will we deliver, and what the world will be like without Asian Women for Health. I guess Didi really, must be satisfied with my answer because she not only agreed to do the board development training for us, she also gave the consultation fee back to us as a donation. Not here tonight, she's teaching, but she. So there are many, many people like Didi who gave to us, gave to Asian Women for Health because they share our vision and believe in our cause. So people keep asking me, so what do you do? What is it, Asian Women for Health do? And I keep thinking about that, but I think today, I think I can finally come up with something. It's not like a boilerplate mission statement, but I think it means to me, and I think it goes like this. We are here to create a community, and together we are giving the information and support for Asian women to be able to live happily and healthy. So that's what we're about. And you're all here, and you're all in this with us. And I wanted to first express my gratitude to our board and committee members. Can you please stand? Please stand. So, these women really embody our spirit to educate, to advocate, and to reciprocate. We believe in giving back to our community. And they are my support. And I also like to express my appreciation for our funders, the Lennon Second Fund, the Clipper Shift Foundation, the Boston Foundation, and the Saffron Circle, who provided the much needed technical and financial support to keep us going. As an emerging grassroots organization, we rely on our volunteers to carry out the majority of our work. I see many of you are in the room here, so please give yourself a round of applause. And we hope to count on your continued support for the years to come. I also see that many of our partners and allies are in the audience. I see people from Aspire, the Knuckly Women's Global Network, Genghis Spark, woohoo! They have a big event this Saturday, so go support them. And Karen just told me that many of their members are sewing their costume right now, so they couldn't be here, but our spirits are with them. And we also have members from the National Association of Asian Women in New England. Thank you for being here. And a representative from Department of Public Health and Boston Public Health Commission. And you are all integral part to our success, and I know that together we can create a world where Asian women can be happy and healthy. And finally, I'd like to introduce you to our keynote speaker, Ms. Pauline Caligari. Pauline is the ED of Friends of Mel Foundation, and she is the pillar in the cancer community. So her foundation made this bead bracelet, and she started this foundation single-handedly, and they were able to give $1 million to MGH. That's how powerful her organization was. And she has received so many awards, including the Mass General MGH 100 and the New England Cancer Survivorship Coalition's Champions Award last year. So she's here today because she is one of our most avid supporters, and she provided the seed money for our incorporation. So I give you Pauline.
Thank you so much. I don't have a fancy computer. I'm going to read the old-fashioned way for my notes. I felt really honored when Chin Chi asked me to speak at tonight's event. One thing I've learned since founding Friends of Mel Foundation is that many nonprofit organizations are started by individuals who have been personally touched by cancer. They turn their crisis into an opportunity to make a difference in other people's lives. Chin Chi is no different. I remember meeting her for the first time at a breast cancer retreat that the Friends of Mel Foundation sponsored in New Hampshire. She was frail and still healing from her own experience, yet she was already thinking about what she could do to bring services to the Asian community. At the retreat, she also met a group of women who worked on a local level with Mayor Thomas Menino through the Pink and Black campaign. Their focus was to provide service to low-income, underserved African American women who might not have access to mammogram screening. Chin Chi started wondering if something similar could be created to meet the needs of the Asian community where women were being diagnosed with breast cancer. I could tell that an idea was born, and I sensed that she would work tenaciously to make it become a reality. As a result, the Asian Breast Cancer Project was born. Every time our paths crossed, she would ask questions about becoming a 501c3 nonprofit. How does it work? How do you get financial support? I watched from the sidelines and was always amazed at her progress. Yes, as time went on, many women joined in her effort to break down the barriers Asian women faced when they were diagnosed with breast cancer. But still, every organization needs a leader who has a vision and is willing to work tirelessly to make the dream a reality. In 2010, the Asian Breast Cancer Project was born. The next year, right here at Chesapeake University, the organization organized and hosted the first program to provide training to 23 social workers and patient navigators so they could better understand the barriers and challenges that Asian women face. As the movement grew, they realized that Asian women were being diagnosed with other cancers. So they revised their mission and changed the name of the group to Asian Women for Health. In 2013, the organization was awarded 501(c)(3) status. Yes! And everyone celebrated. I continue to marvel at the programs and fundraisers Chin Chi and her team have organized. Last year alone, Asian Women for Health hosted a fashion show not just to raise funds, but also to honor and validate the cancer experience of 17 women and 1 man who are models. But I was especially impressed in November when I attended the first educational conference for Asian women, cancer survivors, and their caregivers at Dana-Farber. This was an incredible milestone for the organization. I watched and listened as Asian women told their cancer stories, all complicated by the cultural and language barriers that they face. I sat on the sidelines and marveled at how much had been accomplished in such a short time. Today, I am privileged to announce that Chin-Chi will be honored at Mass General Hospital, along with 99 other individuals who have made a tremendous impact in the cancer community. To honor her and her accomplishments, the Friends of Mel Foundation has selected Asian Women for Health as our Mel's Magic recipient for the month of June. We will donate $1,000 to your efforts. Hopefully, you'll all join me in the Chin-Chi has prepared a video telling a little bit more about this story. Again, thank you, Chin-Chi, for letting me be here. I'm so proud of you. I'm just so proud of you. Thank you.
Women who embody our spirit, which is to educate, advocate, and reciprocate. So the first awardee, Ms. Sorry, I just wanted to bring up the picture. Ms. Jiazhen Lu, and we call her Lulu. She is my personal inspiration. Her courage and her resilience really inspire me. She is a two-time cancer survivor. She dedicated herself to our organization. Well, I usually am the one who call on people and check on people. She's the one who check on me. And I wanted to tell another story. So she's, constantly out there outreaching for, on behalf of Asian Breast Cancer Project at the community events. And just yesterday morning, she was at ABCD Chinese Church carrying the heavy bags and the breast, model and to give out information, teach people how to perform breast self-exam. And one story I wanted to share with you is that at our survivor group meeting, we recently was making we have a craft project, and we're making this daffodil thing. And I told the group, I said that I was inspired because I was reading a story about a woman in Southern California who single-handedly planted 5 acres worth of daffodils in the span of 35 years. So she planted all these bulbs, 1 bulb a day, 35 years for 5 acres. So I said that the story tells us that even if the things that we're trying to make the change is small, but if we stay focused and be consistent, then we can make the change. So we're making the daffodil pen, and we said that we want to fill the room. So our goal is to make 200 or 300. And at that day, there's 3 hours, there are 7 of us. We made about 27 of them. And today, Lulu brought the whole big bag, and she called me the other day. She said, I'm almost there. She single-handedly made all these daffodils. And this kind of dedication and this kind of passion that it kept me going. So, Lulu, would you please come forward? Thank you everyone for coming and thank you for your support.
因为我们在这个团体里边呢，我们也很高兴，因为在里边我们都有真诚，像我们
一些姐妹啊，都有真情，都有友爱，都有互相关心，还有互相鼓励、互相支持。所以呢，让我们都看到。你说了应该。
So we're so delighted that we have such a group that we can support each other, and we have the true compassion for each other.
所以在里边呢，我们都看到了，明天永远是灿烂的明天。所以呢，我也感谢你们大家来支持我们，也来参加这个program，也希望让更多的人呢知道和预防。还有一个最主要的呢，你先讲吧。
Okay, so I can say that tomorrow will be a brighter day, and we really appreciate your support and to help us to do our work, to spread the information, to help people to take care of themselves and to learn about breast health.
在中间呢，我也很感谢亲戚，因为你看看他小小个子，每次他都是背很多的东西，从上边到上边的联系和到我们底下我们组内有一些那个有包括外展还有一些活动都是千金他在策划，他在和我们就是和我们交流了，讲一些工作，他做了很多。
So she said that Chen Chi is petite, but she always carry heavy loads and going to outreach work and planning this, doing that, organizing.
还有一个，他就好比一个千斤顶，你们都知道，小小的，但是有很大的力量。千斤顶。
I don't know how to translate. So she said the idea is that I'm small, but I'm powerful, impactful.
他可以做很多的工作，所以我也谢谢大家，再一次的把掌声送给千金。
Thank you. So the second awardee is Miss Dick Fong Ying, and we chose her to be the other one. We chose her to be our community champion award. Yeah. Okay. So there's she. So before I met Big Ying in person, I was told that Big was the female Boston Chinatown mayor. And then once I met her, I said, yes, it's true. So before I started the Asian Breast Cancer Project, Big was already in this work. She worked as the ambassador for the American Cancer Society. She was working on their advisory committee, and she traveled to DC to urge the legislator to not to cut the funding for cancer research. And she did many other things, like I always enlist her. I say, "Babe, come on, we need to see more breast cancer survivors come forward to share the story and to tell people about the disparity that we're facing." So I really, really appreciate Big. And she's also involved in many of the health initiatives in Chinatown in the Asian community. She was given an award at A Spoonful of Ginger, the diabetes initiative, and many awards. So I just wanted to bring her up here.
Yours is not fresh. Wow, Chen Chi, you almost made me cry, which I don't cry that often. I'm very humble and honored to receive this, and I think this is all of you, not me. You're the one to make this committee, and you're the one to make Chen-Chi and the committee member and everybody out here. And thank you so much. I'm a breast cancer survivor, 19 years. My oncologist told me after this year, he doesn't want to see me anymore. It's like Chen-Chi, you know, it's not easy being Asian in this country. Battle cancer, we have to say a very low voice. Nobody want to hear that. There's a bad word or something. But this is the mission that I really do have it, but I'm getting old. I said, Chen-Chi, you're young, you can do that. But one thing is, tonight I saw Chen-Chi and I knew from day one that we try to have the breast cancer survivor networking with a book and everything till today. It's like watching a child, you know, grow. But it's still very young right now. And we need water, we need fertilizer, and which is, thank you for the foundation and that all your support in here. One thing I want to say that as a breast cancer survivor or cancer survivor, will you please not to think that that's not a death row and that's not the end, because it will change your perspective of life, and then it make me appreciate life more, appreciate meeting friends that I would like to share my time with. So don't sit home. Get busy, volunteer, pay or without pay, and it's really good to make different friends. And I was so happy. I was at a conference in Chinatown last week, and I forgot her name, and she come to thank me, and it's one of our sister that I was talking about get busy and don't stay home, and she said, I listened to you, I went out, I'm so happy. And it is really the best thing happened to me when I come out for my cancer treatment and everything. It was get a full-time job, and it builds my confidence back. And Dr. Urban, thank you so much for your leadership to do all this research and, you know, to give the cancer survivors, not just breast cancer survivors, is like a better future. I can see myself, my sister. I get up a lot of minute. I want to share one of this. Today I would say, I just say, got up, thank you, and I will sit down. But you need to hear this research, because all the science and all the doctors like Dr. Urban is, my sister was diagnosed have breast cancer last year, and she had to go through the same thing what I've been through. And with the chemo, and you know, watching her and remind me 19 years ago, what a big difference. I couldn't eat for 2 weeks after my chemo 19 years ago. And now she can, like after chemo, she just go and eat. You know, and I understand that you're still doing research for like keep our hair. And this is a big advance for the research and everything. And Asian Women for Health is very young, and we do need financial support from everybody. And we will have maybe 2 or 3 events a year. And we want to keep this organization growing and to help more, not just Asian, and we want to have beyond and everybody as our group, our brothers and sisters. And I thank you very much. And Chen-Chi, do not get burned out. We are here. We are behind you, okay? I don't want her to get burned out and walk away from us, right? Right. And thank you, Chen-Chi.
So the last award recipient is somebody who's very, very close to my heart, Dr. Hunting Lane. She was my oncologist, And we pick her because she really is the ideal doctor that you will want to have if you're sick. I refer so many people to her for second opinion and for consultation. I can't tell you what people say. Lily is there, and my father-in-law recently, she is the one that will always put your well-being above anything else, and she does this selflessly. She has great compassion, and she also has expert knowledge on the latest treatment and specialty on cancer treatment. Can you come forward? She's another dynamic little person. That's great impact. She also gave us a talk at the cancer conference, and she wrote many articles to try to change, to raise awareness of how to do a better patient care, really patient-centered care. So. And I'm so sad to say that she's going back to Taiwan because she said that she can make bigger impact there. So our loss, but.
I really don't feel I deserve this because yes, I'm a medical oncologist. I enjoy what I do, and I was so amazed to see how Chenji transformed, and I'm so glad where she is today. And I can still remember when we first met and the struggle she went through, and so I think I was trained in Taiwan, worked in Taiwan for a couple of years before my family moved here, and so because I'm leaving, I'm going back to Taiwan. So for the last couple of months, many of my patients ask me who they should see, and the question is, what defines a good doctor? And I think I saw one blog talking about the blogger did a quick survey on what defines good doctor, and the number one thing actually people wrote about was empathy, and this number two is listening. So these two actually are related. And recently I went to a conference for medical education, about how to teach next generation doctors to be good doctors. And one speaker used a Chinese character, Ting, listen. So the speaker is American, but he uses this Chinese character to say that this word actually embodies what a good doctor means. You listen with your ears, and you use your eyes to observe, and then one heart, meaning that you give your patient full attention, and also keep an open mind. So the other thing I feel very strongly about is the advancement of oncology is so fast, so amazing, that it's very important for the doctors to stay up to date. And the patients that Chenji had referred to me previously, I felt that yes, there's a lot of work to do because clearly there's a gap, for laymen to understand all the medical terminology and the changing of breast cancer care. Missing and mentioned her own experience and her sister's experience in breast cancer treatment. So things have changed. 10 years ago, 20 years ago, the patient, the same patient, if she was treated today, it could be very different. Chemotherapy is used more appropriately now because we have better understanding of cancer biology. And so that will continue to improve. And my hope of going back to Taiwan, I think there's no perfect place on earth. There's always room for improvement. And my hope is, I'm at the age, I'm 55 years old, and I think I maybe will be able to do more. Meanwhile, if I can, I like to write, and my writing is to tell story. And from story, I think we can all learn medical knowledge, and also learn what is the beautiful relationship between doctors and patients. And so I told many of my patients, I said one of my patients actually told me this. I felt very moved. She said she's not going to look for me. By that she meant that she's going to trust her next doctor, because I think trust is very important. So she says she's not going to look for me. She's going to work with her new doctor. So I will be, very willing to do anything I can to help this organization to grow. And after I leave, probably maybe I will continue to write. And my children are staying here, so I will come back to visit. So keep me posted, and I wish you success.
I would like to think that our organization provides a stage for everyone to shine. I feel like we are all empowered already. You just need to have a venue to shine, to give back. So I wanted to introduce you to our next speaker, Ms. Vandana Sharma.
Hello everyone. Thank you for coming here today. I am Vandana Sharma. I met with Chinchi last year at the Asian breast cancer conference. I was going through a rough time of my own. Boy, life throws you a lot of stuff to deal with. I called my local temple and I wanted a ride to the hospital. Chinchi said, come and talk, anything, so here's my story. And the temple said, there is a women's empowering conference happening in the hospital you go to. If you're interested. I said, sure. When is it? In 2 weeks. If you need a ride, the temple person said, I can give you one. And I called everybody, because in my culture, when you travel with another man, people ask. So I called everybody to see if somebody could go with me. And I really did not want to take a ride with this really kind temple person. So a friend of mine said to me, I'll go with you, but I can't drive. So the hospital in the meantime arranged for the ride program for me. So she and I got on the ride early in the morning, and we talked about all kinds of things, and we got to the hospital. And as I entered the conference room, she was standing there, and I really had never met her before. I only knew her through the emails, but she knew who I was. And she had her arms open. And that was the best hug I got. And in about 7 months, this is my second time surviving cancer, and cancer happens. So, thank you, Chinchi. So happy times come, just like sad ones do. Chichi told me about a conference that was happening in Florida. And she said, I went there last year and I had a great time. Ask them if they will let your daughter come. I'm a single mom. I've been a single mom since my daughter was 18 months. I applied, they accepted. I called everybody to see if somebody would like to go with me, because they don't have babysitting arrangements for children. So a few friends opted to come with me because they could also use a vacation. And we all went to this conference. It was the C4YW. It's cancer for young women. This was actually the last year the conference happened, unfortunately. It was in coalition with Young Survivors Coalition and the LBBC, Living Beyond Breast Cancer. They've run this for 15 years now, but for the past 2 years they were doing this advocacy program for women to advocate for themselves. And I went there and I met with about 1,500 women, about 100 doctors, and about 40 organizations. And
you were the only Asian there.
I was the only Asian there. There was one woman from the Young Survivors Coalition who came, and I met her at the hall. And I forgot, Medha something, I don't know if you know her. That was the only woman I met at the expo. you think sometimes, what are you going to do with your life after a budding daughter, newlywed wife, a mom of 3, 4, 5 kids, single mom, grandma. So I learned about a new number. It's called 2104. It's the bill that needs to be passed in the Congress, which will ensure palliative care for cancer patients. The numbers are very special to me. It has personal meaning to me. What it means really is that all the women who encounter cancer, in between taking care of themselves, their parents, their husbands, their sisters, brothers, children, fathers, mothers, when cancer strikes them, they need care for themselves. And this bill, if passed, will get us closer to where we need to be. So I'm going Monday to meet with the senator and do my 30-second pitch. And I hope you will join me.
So remember 2104, and I can't tell you, this is what I mean. I was always astounded by the strength and the courage and the resilience that our peers have. And that's why I treasure the most, and that's what kept me going. And I want to see more of us, more Vedana out there, because if we don't come forward, people don't know that there's hope, that recovery is possible, and that, you know, they feel isolated. And so our goal is always to break down the silence and to break down the silos so we can all work together. And that's why I want to work with all the Asian women's group. I want us to all come together, to work together, to spread the words and to share the stories so we can lift our spirits and to change, to make impact, to change how the healthcare is delivered to us. We deserve equal access. We deserve better. And I need your help. I can't do it alone. And I want to thank our next group. I'm going to introduce Esther. Esther is a breast cancer survivor and also a member of ABC. And our board, she's our treasurer, and I'm going to have her to introduce her group.
Thank you, Tenji. Thank you everyone for coming tonight. Yes, I'm a survivor, and I find that music is very helpful through the whole process of recovering. At that time when I had cancer, I was learning violin, and so I still remember that day morning when I had the surgery, I played a piece of music before I went to the surgery room. And then after that, yes, I keep playing music, learning my violin, and I also learned the African djembe, the drum. And then last year, I joined a singing group, and I find that singing is very relaxing, and especially I have a very good group of friends that they all support me very well. And tonight is a weekday, they still come, so thank you very much. And they are from the vocal Chinese music, the adult choir group. And we are going to sing two songs. The first one is My Thankful Heart, and that tells, you can see the lyrics in English. Oh, okay. No, you don't have. So, okay, if you can understand Chinese, then you know what what we want to tell you. And then the second piece is You Raise Me Up. Do you have the left? Oh, okay. Then we'll just sing. And if you know the lyric, you can join us. So, okay. So here's our vocal Chinese music group.
This very empowering and especially meaningful event. This is our second time, and our adult choir. I would say that I'm very impressed by their willingness to come together, not only just to sing, but really to establish very strong, lasting bonds. And I know, aside to Esther, we have a lot of people on the road to medical recovery regardless of their illnesses. And I'm glad that they are able to find strength, confidence, and hope through such a program that we have. So basically, we're going to sing two songs. The first one is a Chinese song, My Grateful Heart, which means we're grateful for everything. And really we hope that you can also find that sense of appreciation in your road to recovery. And of course, You Raise Me Up is a very empowering song that everybody knows. And like Esther said, please feel free to join us, to sing, to clap, to put a smile on your face. In Chinese, there's a saying, 把你的心放在我的心. So today, you all can put your heart on our heart when we sing for you. Thank you.
with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. There is no life without its hunger. Each restless heart beats so imperfectly. But when you come and I am filled with wonders, sometimes I think I glimpse eternity. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. Everybody just sing. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. And I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up to more than I can be.
Listening to these amazing stories, especially Ms. Sharma's story here, and then the stories of our great award recipients as well as our oncologist here, I'm thinking I would much rather hear more of their stories than to listen to what I have to say about how I became involved, because I really don't have a great story to share. I am not a breast cancer survivor. I actually know Chinchi because I was introduced to her last year when I attended the first state of the Asian Women's for Health in Massachusetts conference. And for those of you who attended that conference, I hope you were able to walk out of there amazed by the data that was shared and the stories that I was able to hear, and just the passion I think that Chinchi evokes. Enough so that it got me wanting to become involved. I didn't know how I wanted to become involved, but I knew I wanted to be involved, and that's immediately what I did. I emailed Chinchi and I said, how can I help? And it's been evolving over the past couple of months in terms of, how I can help. And it's, whatever is needed, I'm there to do it. And I think what really inspired me to become involved is that educate, advocate, and reciprocate. I work in the healthcare industry, and as soon as I went to that conference, I went to our medical leadership in our organization, and I said, I went to this great conference. I want to show you this data, and any way we can, I think we need to be involved. We ended up supporting them for 2 of their events, and so I feel like that's how I've been able to help with the educate and advocate. And then the reciprocate piece, personally and professionally, I know that I have gotten to where I am with a lot of support. I'm very blessed that I have a fantastic support system at home. You know, up until a few years ago when my great-grandmother passed away at the age of 95, you know, she was a very important part of my life, and you know, she actually helped raise us. And one of my biggest blessings was being able to have my 4.5-year-old spend some time with her, at least for a few years, because she was able to witness 5, you know, generations within our family. And so on a personal level, I feel like I've had a lot of support, and it takes a village. And I think that's where the reciprocate comes in wanting to give back. And I know all of you are here because in some shape or form, you've either been touched by Chin-Chi or been involved in this organization and continue to be involved in this organization. And you know, I encourage you to help in any way you can, whether it's going back to your organizations and advocating for funding to support Asians for Women's Health, or I think even just letting your friends, your family members know about this organization. I mean, first and foremost, I'm a daughter, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, and I'm, you know, a friend. And I think that having a very close aunt who was diagnosed at the age of 33 with breast cancer, stage 3, and who was able to survive that, and a few years later have twins on her own, I think, and being able to watch her survive and thrive now, and you know, just those stories, I think, are what really drives me and makes me want to support an organization like this. So thank you for inviting me to speak, and